Ba-da, 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 sa-da, so, sa-da, ba-da-da-da, joy. Da-da, da-da, ba-sa, da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I am a sentimental man. Claudia Cardinale and Sophia Loren. Et cetera, et cetera. Now, let's talk about movies.
Perfect.
Right? That is one big pile of shit.
Welcome, Jeff.
Thank you so much, Arthur. Thank you so much, Vidéo Club.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Paris, France. I'm so thrilled to be here. It's my favorite city in the world, and vive la France, and there we go. Allons au fond de la patrie. I love all things musical, and, you know, French music, come on. Charlotte Gainsbourg, Serge Gainsbourg. You know, boy, I love all things French. Hey, I saw that movie. I'll bet you liked that. Did you like, Arthur? Did you like La Vie en Rose?
Yeah.
With Marion Cotillard.
Padam, 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 il arrive en courant derrière moi.
Now let's talk about movies.
Perfect.
Right? Because I'm in a dream. I'm in a surreal, psychedelic dream. This is my favorite place on earth. I may get an apartment across the street and just live here. Take all my meals here.
So let's go in this direction if you don't
Any
mind.
place you like, Arthur?
On your left.
I'm seeing so many on my left.
Yeah, over there. There are some movies that might ring a bell for you. Do you see something that you want to talk about?
Oh my golly. Speaking of Allons au fond de la patrie, you know that scene where they're singing down, using music to fight the good fight against fascism. If that's not a story of our time, I don't know what is. You know, I feel that our music, in its own way, is a tonic and an antidote to the dark confusion of our world, perhaps. So, what a movie of heroic... when Claude Rains says to Bogey... Well, oh, no, Victor Laszlo says, welcome back to the fight.
Welcome back to the fight.
Just fantastic. And they're in Ingrid Bergman. Come on. You can't get better than that. And, I know what I want to talk about. And, of course, Play It Again. Sam sings that song, You Must Remember This. A kiss is still a kiss. A sigh is just a sigh, which I played just recently, maybe you saw it, at the BAFTAs. What an honor it was for me. In memorial, in honor of the people who have passed this last year, including people I've worked with and know and adore. So, yeah, so I sang that song, so I have a little special connection with this movie, as I always have. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it. Gets 10 Goldblums out of a possible 10 Goldblums. But everybody loves that movie. So,
Perfect.
And they made it lightning in a bottle. You know, the ending was going to be different. They didn't know what the ending, I'm sure you know, was. I think Ronald Reagan was originally cast instead of Bogart. You know, it could have gone a lot of different ways. Casablanca. Okay.
If you continue behind you, on your right.
I'm going behind me, Arthur. By the way, Arthur, your very name evokes the movie Arthur. Dudley Moore, who was a piano player extraordinaire. Dudley Moore, do you know?
I didn't know that.
And you don't know the movie Arthur?
No.
Oh, it's Liza Minnelli who's in that. Talk about musical and Her Mother and Wizard of Oz and Wicked. All these are connected, of course, but oh no, Arthur is a very funny movie. He plays a person who gets drunk. He's an alcoholic.
Okay.
And he's very rich. And he meets Liza Minnelli, just a shop girl, and they fall in love. And he finally, I don't want to spoil it, gives up his money in favor of real love.
Mr. Park, how good to see you.
Oh, if only someone I knew felt that way.
We have your regular table, Mr. Park.
I know you have it, but is anyone sitting at it?
John Gielgud is fantastic in it. Oh, yeah.
I'll check this out.
There we go. Wow, you've laid these out for me, I see, because I did sort of alert you. Well, Pink Panther, I love that movie. I saw it first run with my sister when it came out in the movie theater. I remember that the popcorn and the hot dog with mustard on it, and the animation and the score. That title song by Henry Mancini that Plas Johnson played on. He's the saxophone player. Joy. And Plas Johnson, our band played with, Mildred Snitzer Orchestra. He's in his 90s now. He's still around. And he wrote a song called Grease Patrol that we play and is on this album. Claudia Cardinale. You know, I went to Italy. Armani invited me to a fashion show. They sat me in the front row between Claudia Cardinale and Sophia Loren. Holy cats.
Jacques,
Yes, madame?
I really don't think it's such a good idea.
And of course, Peter Sellers. We could talk about being there.
Yeah.
We could talk about.
Excuse me. Could you please tell me where I can find a garden to work in?
A garden? To grow a man.
Dr. Strangelove. Hey, Dr. Strangelove. Well, we're going to talk about that because he's fantastic in that. And I love Stanley Kubrick. We could talk all about that.
Have you ever seen a commie drink a glass of water?
Well, yeah, I can't say I have, Jack.
If you haven't seen, and some people I know I run into who haven't seen Marlon Brando in Elia Kazan's On the Waterfront.
What do you really care, am I right?
Shouldn't everybody care about everybody else?
And the only score for a movie written by Leonard Bernstein. And I'll tell you, I love music and I love scores in movies. It can ruin a movie or it can make a movie. And his music in that, which is very much his fingerprints on it, sounds like some other things that he's done. Is just, you know, the acting is great. Brando is at his height, and the story, and even Marie Saint and Rod Steiger, with whom I worked later. I directed him in a little short movie that got nominated for an Oscar called Little Surprises.
I'd like to present my best man. Come on in.
I remember what I wanted to tell you.
He's always been my best man. Hi. Oh my gosh.
But this movie kills me. I've seen it many times. But even that cab scene in the back when he says, I could have been a contender, the acting is fantastic, you know, but it's the music that gets you deeply, enters places that nobody else can enter in any other way. It's just great. On the Waterfront. Oh my gosh. Ooh, I've used it many times when I've had to, you know, for movies. There's a boom, 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 boom. There's a different themes in it. There's a kind of a love theme and a haunting themes of conscience and moral confusion and struggle and deep romance, deep longing and sexual romantic longing and trouble. Boom, bim, bim, bum, 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 bum. You know, it's just great. Well, I love this, you know, fantastic. Billy Wilder we could talk about for forever. Some Like It Hot, fantastic, you know, Jack Lemmon and Tony Curtis and Marilyn Monroe. There's a lot of music in this. They play musicians on the road. They play very good, you know, team player musicians. The saxophone player is Tony Curtis, and Jack is a bass player, pretending to be women, of course, and they come upon Marilyn Monroe. Oh.
I couldn't aspire to anything higher.
She says, I've always gotten the fuzzy end of the lollipop because of my attraction to saxophone players. And this one is going to be different. Tony Curtis really falls for her. And she's going to be okay, I think. But she's so vulnerable and sweet in it. And she sings in the bus that they're traveling on when she plays the ukulele, running wild, da-da-da, running wild, da-da-da. She's so good in that. And then the flask falls out because she's into the booze, too.
Running wild, mighty bold, feeling gay, reckless too.
Oh my God. And then behind the scene with her and Tony Curtis, there's that song, Stairway to the Stars, Stairway to the Stars, under that scene, which is one of the first pieces of music that my piano teacher gave me that made me fall in love with jazz chords. Really something. And then at the end of the movie, she's singing when she thinks that Tony Curtis has abandoned her. She goes... it's terrible. She goes, I'm through with love. I'll never fall again. That's over love. I'll never fall again. And he finds her, and that's when they get together. It's spectacular. And music has a big part in it. I love Some Like It Hot. What else? Al Jolson, Shadows. Oh my gosh, you know, Cassavetes. I worked with Peter Falk, but my parents were into art cinema in Pittsburgh in the 50s and 60s, and they took us to see, before we were really mature enough to appreciate it, all sorts of things, including Cassavetes' first movies, first run of Shadows, Faces, all those. Ooh, my God, you know, Minnie and Moskowitz we saw. Oh, my gosh, fantastic. Jenna Rollins, you know.
Sometimes a person could ruin your life, and yet all he'd be able to honestly say is, I'm sorry. Hi, David.
Oh, Around the World in 8 Days. Well, The Apartment. Oh, come on. Talk about Billy Wilder and Jack Lemmon and Shirley MacLaine now playing Miss Kubelik. And Jeff Sheldrake, played by Fred McMurray.
Have something I think belongs to you. Me? I mean, the young lady, whoever she may be. It was on my couch when I got back last night.
Oh, yeah, thanks. That's just... Oh, you're killing me, because it's another emotional movie. It's such a great love story. He's a good guy, and she is not usually going with good guys. She goes with his crumb bum, played by his boss, you know, and he finally, once again, turns over the chance to advance in the corporate world in America in the 50s and throws it all away because he's just ethically like that. And then Shirley MacLaine, Miss Kubelik, finally realizes he's the one for me. That's the way it crumbles, cookie-wise, I guess. And then she runs to him in a horribly moving ending, and they play that song. The piano player is playing in the Chinese restaurant. Da 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 ba za da da ba za ya do za zo ba zo zo do. Oh, it's fantastic. And then finally they get together. She thinks he's killed himself because she hears a bang. It's a pop of a champagne cork. He's moving out of town. He goes, what are you doing here? You know, nothing. It's New Year's Eve, but I had no place to go. He starts dealing gin. He says, let's play gin. Well, what about the other? He says, what about Mr. Sheldrake? I'll send him a fruitcake, she says. Let's play cards. And he finally goes, Miss Kubelik, I love you. He goes, did you hear what I said? I absolutely adore you. She goes, shut up and deal.
Did you hear what I said, Miss Kubelik? I absolutely adore you.
Shut up and deal.
Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, that's that. Let's see, what else?
We can move on to the French section, just on this direction.
The French
and
section.
I put one movie,
you know, Umbrellas of Cherbourg, you know, Michel Legrand. If it takes forever, I will wait for you. Fantastic. Let someone with a deep love to give, give to your heart, and such what happens from someone. Fantastic. Oh, young Catherine Deneuve.
Mon amour,
Tu n'as rien dit à ta mère.
pas encore.
Pourquoi tu es lâche?
Fantastic.
It's funny, you know the lyrics in English? You've watched it in the English version of it?
No. I never see foreign language films, and French films particularly. My wife is crazy about, have I mentioned it? She's French, essentially. It's her life mission to pass on to our two little boys, 8 and 9, the French culture. Our mom is with us right now, who's from Nantes, and so we eat French, we speak French, everything French. So, so I watched that in French.
Nous sommes perdus, toujours les grands mots.
But I think I learned those songs. You must know them in French, of course, but I learned them from my fake books, from my jazz fake books in English, Watch What Happens, and, If It Takes Forever, I Will Wait for You.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know I'm sure there's, I know it's French originally. Michel Legrand and Rosetta. Yeah, I was on the jury in Cannes some time ago when this was up, and I remember David Cronenberg was the president. My God in heaven, there must be a ghost of some kind. The ghost of, Metropolis, fantastic. Fritz Lang. Oh, I was just talking about Fritz Lang because he has a part in that movie, the Godard movie, Contempt, with Jack Palance and Brigitte Bardot. And we're about to go to Capri to see that house where they shot it, which is a very special architectural treasure.
Pourquoi est-ce que tu ne m'aimes plus?
C'est la vie.
Pourquoi est-ce que tu me méprises?
Ça, je te le dirai jamais.
Yes, I was at the jury, and David Cronenberg was the president. Holly Hunter, who's so great in so many things. How about the Coen Brothers movie, Raising Arizona?
I'd like you to meet Gail and Abel Snopes. Finest pair ever broken ever.
How about broadcast news?
The piano.
Anyway, fantastic. We're on the jury together, and there was a healthy discussion about all sorts of movies. We liked Humanité.
J'ai pensé à un truc, là, si tu veux aller jeter un œil du côté de l'HP, l'hôpital psychiatrique. Il y a des dingues qui sont capables d'enfiler une gamine. Et j'ai mon beau-frère qui travaille là-bas.
Oui, je vais prendre ses coordonnées, je vais l'appeler.
We gave the prize to, I was a champion and so was David, I think the statute of limitations, you're not supposed to talk about what goes on in the jury room, but there was a faction for and against. We were very much for it, and the crowd didn't like when we awarded the main actor and actress the best actor prizes, because that year it was, Almodovar movie with very, high-powered Spanish.
¿Has hablado con tu madre?
No.
We gave it to those interesting actors, and they kind of booed them, and they didn't like that. But we gave the top prize to the Dardenne brothers, Rosetta.
Maman! Maman! You're lovers, Maman!
And I know she just befell, an early demise, so I'm so sorry about that. She was wonderful in it. The movie is wonderful, and there you go, Rosetta. How about that?
I have a final French movie.
Okay. Oh, well, come on. Now, this came out the same year as The Fly, La Mouche. Which I did with David Cronenberg, and Dexter Gordon, was nominated along with William Hurt that year for Children of Lesser God, I think, for this movie. He was fantastic in it.
I know you. I'm in your music, your composition, every recording.
Ce type-là, c'est un formidable ténor.
I love this movie. I should watch it again. I haven't seen it since it came out in the theaters, but I cried. As you see, I'm easily weepy. But just at the beauty of Herbie Hancock's playing, just at the beauty of this jazz music. It came on the screen, and it wasn't part of the story. The story is beautiful, but just at the beauty of the chords and the sound and what Herbie Hancock was doing.
Kiss me twice, and then once more. What a dunce I was before.
Just broke me up. Yeah. Really great. It's about an American saxophone player who, escaping racism in America, comes to France, where they're open-hearted and the jazz scene is vibrant, and he has a particular protector there and champion. A very beautiful movie. And of course, Dexter Gordon plays all his own gorgeous saxophone music. There we go.
Behind you, there is a movie on the comedy section with the director that you work with.
Yes. Oh, I see you've got this signed too.
Yeah, he came to the shop actually to do this show.
You what?
2 years ago, I think.
You came to the store?
Yeah.
Who did? Oh, Wes did?
Wes did.
I can feel his vibrations here now. He's a very special, wonderful person.
You worked with him quite some time.
Well, we did 4 movies. I did Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou.
Yeah.
I can tow you as far as Port-au-Patois. I'll need your signature on that invoice first. It accounts for the expenses of the rescue operation as well as my time and that of my crew.
And then the Grand Budapest Hotel.
That's true.
This is Madame D's last will and testament.
And then a little voice in Isle of Dogs, which Scarlett Johansson also did something in.
I only ask for what I've always had, a balanced diet, regular grooming, and a general physical once a year.
And which my oldest boy, Charlie, is obsessed with. He keeps playing that over and over again. Beautiful stop-motion stuff that he had also exercised in Fantastic Mr. Fox. Then I did a tiny part in Asteroid City. Where Scarlett Johansson was once again glorious. And of course, she's on our album, as I said. Did I tell you she sings that song? Yeah. The song originally done by Tony Bennett. Hey, you ever see a movie that Tony Bennett is in called The Oscar?
Well, it's no secret, too, that the surveys and polls revealed you as the favorite. What do you have to say about that?
I'm sure the Academy members have voted for the performance they believe to be the best. We'll just have to wait until the envelope's open to see who that is.
Oh, yeah. You should see it. Stephen Boyd is Frankie Fain, and he's an ambitious, unscrupulous actor in Hollywood. And Tony Bennett is his good friend and right-hand man, Jaime Kelly. And... therein hangs a tale. But this, yes, Wes Anderson. Well, fantastic. I just saw him recently on Zoom, and we recorded a commentary for the new edition of Isle of Dogs.
Nice.
I was telling stories, and he's so great. He was going, "Oh, I'll tell you this and that." And we had a conversation. It'll be part of the recording if all goes well. These are wonderful actors. Of course, the great Gene Hackman just passed away.
What'd you think, Dad?
Didn't seem believable to me. Why are you wearing pajamas? Do you live here?
He has permission to sleep over.
Boy, the conversation, many things we could talk about. Scarecrow, I'll bet you know the movie Scarecrow with Pacino.
Pacino.
Jerry Schatzberg.
Which had the Palme d'Or also.
Oh my gosh, yeah, directed by Jerry Schatzberg, I think. Oh, I think so.
I want to tell you something. I don't want to see you. I don't want to hear you for a whole month.
They were spectacular in it. I had an occasion, I don't want to drop names, but I had an occasion recently on the awards circuit, because Wicked, I was, involved in Wicked. Al Pacino, speaking of Scarecrow, was at a table. They put me at his table, and we talked for a couple hours. About movies that I was interested in, and questions about this and that, and we talked about all sorts of things. What a giant. So there you go, all this, Angelica Houston leads us to her father and her grandfather. How about Treasure of Sierra Madre with both of them? Very, very good. So bravo.
Perfect.
And how about how his tennis playing, that Owen has a breakdown and, got a big breakdown. Our kids play tennis, because Italy, we're spending time in Italy. And tennis is a big sport. And sometimes they're very sensitive. I've said, you should see that movie at some point, watch Owen Wilson, take it easy.
Maybe we can go to this section over there.
Okay, yes.
So we don't have much time, but there is plenty of movie that might ring a bell with you on your right.
Lost in Translation and Cotton Club. I was having a conversation, believe it or not, another name dropping.
Go ahead.
Moment of braggadocio with Francis Coppola. And he said, "Hey, Jeff, you know what you should see? I've just recut Godfather 3.
I command this family, right or wrong. It was not what I wanted!"
and the Cotton Club.
What the hell happened to you? How'd you get so wrong?
Oh, Dixie, I ain't wrong. I wasn't in the car when the kids got shy.
I'd be interested to see, you know, I'll send them to you. I said, no, don't bother. I got them, saw them immediately. We were in corresponded, saying, brilliant, and, you know, thank you so much, just great work. And so the Cotton Club, by the way, my good friend Gregory Hines, with whom I had done a movie and a play. We were pals. He was just great. Is in this, of course, with his brother Maurice, tapping up a storm. He was so gifted and so wonderful. Ooh, Power of the Dog, Jane Campion.
George?
Nah, not him.
We met and went on a kind of an adventure. She took me through, I was in Australia, and she took me on her special place that she knew, and a path through nature, and then a little beach, and we jumped in the cold water and had a swim. Jane Campion. And then, you know, she drove me home. I drove her home or something. Fantastic.
She on the banana again. Setting your teeth on edge?
No.
No, this is very good. And of course, Jesse Plemons and Benedict Cumberbatch and Kirsten Dunst. Love. So very, very good. Jane Campion. Oh my gosh. I do love. I don't know if you meant me to see this.
Hiya, Carrie.
Hi.
Listen, there's this spiffy kid who's coming up behind me. I think he's okay. He's a very big fan of Walter Brennan's.
Walter Brennan? Okay.
Crazy about this. Hey, I think I just learned that the long goodbye that you keep hearing is, yes, John Williams composed it.
Exactly.
How about that? And it was Robert Altman, with whom I did 4 movies.
Who read the Hollywood? That's Gooey Valley, Hooly Hollywood.
And one of them was with Elliot Gould. I had a little scene with Elliot Gould and George Siegel, you know, in California Split. But I love that movie. I've seen it many times. Very, very good. So Cotton Club, oh, man, yes. Oh, La La Land, well, you know, that's about, as we know, and Whiplash is about, I enjoy this very much. My wife, who is in the Olympics, rhythmic gymnast is her sport, with a ribbon and the ball. She was the Pan American champion the year before, the best rhythmic gymnast in all of the South America and North America that year. She learned Cirque du Soleil kind of aerial things afterwards, and she does all the body double work for Emma Stone outside the planetarium when they're dancing. That's my wife, Emily, so I have a special...
That's amazing.
And I love Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone, so I have a special feeling for that. What did you mean me to look at? Because I love all of these. Well, of course, my friend Forrest Whitaker doing this Clint Eastwood movie about Bird, Charlie Parker. I did a movie that maybe few people know about, but you could look it up. It's called Lush Life, named after that song and some other resonant possible meanings. But, you know, one relaxes on the axis of the wheel of life. You feel of life from jazz and cocktails. Love that. He played in Lush Life. Forrest Whitaker played a pretend, but he did it very well, trumpeter. I pretended to be a good saxophone sideman, and we palled around, you know, New York. New York. With
You talk
Kathy
about that?
Baker. This is it. This is the one. There's me playing the saxophone. There's Forrest Whitaker there, and we were pals in the movie. I don't want to spoil it. He gets it. He gets a bad diagnosis, and he's going to die, and a bunch of musicians get together as a final party and play music. It's good. I like it. Anyway, I haven't seen it in a long time, but there it is. There it is.
Thank you. One last thing I'd like to talk about.
Look at this, you know. If I only had a heart, I am a sentimental man.
I would dance and be merry, life would be a ding-a-dairy if I only had a brain.
Alex Frank was my vocal coach on all our recordings, and in that movie, he was there every day of the set. We were conscientious before and prepared for it, and all my songs, he kind of fixed me up, you know. John M. Chu is fantastic, and all the music people, Stephen Schwartz, but we figured out what to do. He's a great director, and, you know, I have a little drink for my dark-eyed beauty, I've got one more night left here in town. So, Wizard of Oz, yes.
This section over there, animation. I wanted to talk about animation with you.
Do you know a movie, a French movie from the 70s called Fantastic Planet?
Of course, René Laloux.
Isn't that great?
Je suis désolé. L'imagination était riche aujourd'hui, mais cet animal est insupportable.
We showed our kids, the kids got obsessed with that early, and we saw it many times. I love the music in that, you should see that, and isn't that great? Oh, the blue people, it's really good, with a wholesome kind of message, it's really good.
I have a last movie that I wanted to talk about over there.
Well, there you go. Thank you so much. My good friend Fernando Trueba, and you said you talked to him, did this movie. He loves music. He loves all kind of music, and he did this beautifully animated movie about some lovers who come from Cuba, I guess, to New York in the 50s. So they hear Thelonious Monk and all these people in Charlie Parker play. So he uses all that music, and it's a very beautiful movie. And then we did a movie in the same style, same animator, called They Shot the Piano Player. And I play kind of him who investigated a character named Jeff or David or something. And I go and I investigate this real, actual, true story of a Brazilian piano player called Tenoro, who was spectacular. And then they were having a gig in it was Argentina, I think, or someplace, and there was a fascist kind of police state kind of government, and they snatched, he was kind of bearded and maybe long-haired, and they didn't like his looks, and they snatched him off the street and tortured him a bit, and then killed him, as it turns out. But he disappeared, nobody knew at the time. So I play this character, it's a serious movie, but it uses all that Brazilian music that we know. He was he was there at the frontier of Bossa Nova and Jobim and all that, so it's also a very beautiful movie. I'm proud of it, and Fernando Trueba. Very good. They Shot the Piano Player. We could do this for
We could have done this for hours.
I can't thank you enough. Arthur, look at this guy, Arthur. Is he on camera? You should come on camera. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jeff.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Vidéo Club.
Konbini.